Now, let's talk about generations here. Generations are a spectrum span of 20 years. Now, when we talk about generations, we really talk about the beginning of the 20th century because generations before that, we don't really have a name for them. Um, so we really start with the 1900s, the 20th century, as a stepping stone to measure generations. So let's talk about generations. Silent generation, the span from through the early 1900s to the through the 1910s. Now, famous and or notable silent generation people: Walt Disney, Bob Hope, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., just a few notable silent generation people. Now, greatest generation people are people born in the 1920s through the 1930s. Now, great notable greatest generation people: Woody Allen, um, George Carlin, just to name two that I could think of at the moment. Baby boomer generation is from the 1940s through the 1950s. Now, baby boomers, notable baby boomers, um, notable baby boomers. Why am I drawing a blank on this? Because I'm very much into movies. Alec Baldwin, uh, who else? Richard Roper, um, who else is a baby boomer? Uh, Steve Buscemi from Boardwalk Empire. Okay, that just to name three in this case. Now, next generation, Generation X, 1960s through 1970s. What's the difference between the baby boomers and Generation X? Well, the baby boomers are people that are kind of in the leaning towards constant status quo next to changing societies. Generation X people were born within the 20 years through the 60s and 70s, where times have radically shifted in society and there's a new status quo that we follow today that's started in the 60s. And notable Gen Xers, Steve Carell, Jon Stewart, Stephen Colbert, um, Red and Link, they were born in the 70s, so on and so forth. Just a few notable Gen Xers. Now, the millennial generation, this is the generation I'm a part of. Millennial generation is from the 1980s through 1990s. Now, I was born in 94, so that makes me a millennial. Or another term for us is Generation Y. Notable millennials: Megan Fox, Shia LaBeouf, I would think Ronda Rousey is a part of this generation, I think. Who else? Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, just to name a few. Post-millennial generation people are people who were born in the 2000s and 2010s. Are there any notable post-millennial celebrities? Not that I know of, so I'm not going to name any. But that is the generation. We're in the post-millennial generation now, so that's 2000s, which passed through 2010s, and it's 2017. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got a little more information on the generations. Hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.